Hi, this is Shanda Rubin, and you're listening to Brothers on Tennis.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? This is your boy Isaac.
And this is your boy Bryce.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. And guess what, folks? We've got another fun one for you today. Similar to the format that we used when we compared Gael Monfils and Joe-Wilfried Tsonga. We're doing it again, folks. We're doing it with some mothers. Bryce. What you think, man? What you think? We're going to compare a couple moms on the tour?
We are, and, in honor of Mother's Day, which was just this past weekend, we thought we would compare two of the more high-profile mothers on the tour, players that have left the tour, had children, and have come back to play. And those two players would be Victoria Azarenka and Kim Clijsters.
Mm-hmm. And I know what y'all thinking. What about Serena? No, because Serena would slap all of them down. We need to find some people that were comparable. And Serena is in her own cloud, her own space. So we figured picking Vika, picking Kim, that would be a nice duo to compare, especially like Bryce said on Mother's Day. Bryce.
If they did face Serena, they better try to face her in a Grand Slam final.
Right? Although, no, she might get hyped with Vika, though, because she get hyped with Vika in the Slam final. She's like, girl, no. I'll lose to them other ones, but I ain't going to lose to you.
Oh, but we starting off bad already.
Right? Already. Shame. Yeah, man. So folks, we thought it would be fun just to compare a bit of their careers, and just kind of talk a little bit about, who's been flossing and who's had the better, post-baby career. But Bryce, I think before we dive into that, I think we were going to talk about some of the news around the Horn.
Absolutely. And
right.
I am happy to announce that we have finally had some live tennis to watch. Hopefully, Hopefully
yes.
Everybody has been watching the Tennis Channel, and for the last 2 weekends, we've had 2 men's events of the Tennis Channel. The first one was the Tennis Point Exhibition Series that was in Germany. Mm-hmm. It was headlined by Dustin Brown. Right. We love Dustin Brown. That's and right. It was won by Yannick Hoffman. And so this one didn't have the highest ranked people. Yannick is probably the highest ranked one. I think he was at 143. Right. Dustin Brown is at 199. Yep. The other 4 guys, I don't know if I had even really heard of them before, but it was just good to see, some of the live play. Isaac, did you get a chance to catch any of it?
I certainly did, my friend. I watched every drop of it because I needed to see some live tennis. But no, it was actually a nice tournament, man. It was really good. They seemed to know each other, and it seemed like it was a good time. And it was really, like I said, just nice to see some competitive tennis back on the tube.
You know what, though? I want to highlight one player, though, that was from that exhibition. And do you remember watching the Benjamin Hassan guy?
Oh, yeah.
Now, he's ranked number 354 currently, so I understand why I had not heard about him right. before. But I'm telling you what, watching his game, mm-hmm. he has the strokes, the serve, those drop shots. I mean, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this guy's a future number 1 or anything, but right. I think with the right coaching, and I think there are some maturation type of issues there, but yes. If he can bring that all together, he could potentially be a top 50 player, I think.
I agree. I completely agree with that assessment. I think he was one of them that I was kind of looking at like, wow, you are underachieving, because he's got game. And when his mind was right, and when he was playing Dustin Brown, Dustin was even looking at him like, are you really hitting these shots on me like this? Right. For real, though, dog?
Right.
For real? Yeah, dude, yeah.
But you hit the nail on the head when his mind was right.
Yeah, exactly. When his mind, exactly. Madison Keys. Get your mind right.
So, anyway, that was 2 weeks ago. Now, last week we had some tennis here in the States. We had the UTR Pro Match Series. And this one was a 4-player exhibition in West Palm Beach. It was headlined by Riley Opelka, who was ranked, I think, about number 39.
Yep.
But the top-ranked person was that Hubert Hurkacz.
Hurkacz. Yep.
And he's ranked number 29. He was a replacement for Berrettini. Berrettini had gotten hurt in practice and couldn't play. Right. You also had Tommy Paul there, number 57, and you had number 47, Misha Kecmanovic, who was a last-minute replacement for Tennis Sangren. Thank goodness.
I would say happy for that.
Right. And he ended up making it to the finals where he lost in 3 sets to Riley Opelka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Good tennis. They actually played some relatively good tennis there. It was nice to see.
I thought it was good as well. And so they are having a women's version of this in, I think, next weekend. And it's going to be at the same location. And it's going to be with Anna Samova, Danielle Collins, Ali Risk, and Ayla Tomljanovic.
Correct. Yeah. That one will be nice. It'll be nice to see the ladies back out there, getting their live tennis on as well. So definitely will be tuned in to that as well.
And what's really nice is, and we're not going to go through all of these every week, but it seems like these regional type of exhibitions are going to be like the thing to do for a little while. And so they're popping up all over the place. And I know, for example, this weekend, there's even going to be one here in Southern California that's going to be headlined by Sam Querrey and Bradley Klein and Ernesto Escobedo and even Tracy Austin's son, Brandon Holt. So just keep your eye out for this. I think the Tennis Channel will be covering a lot of it. I know we talked about Patrick Mouratoglou's big one that he's going to be doing, the Ultimate Tennis Showdown.
Yep.
It's been postponed for a month, so it is not going to start until mid-June, I believe. But I think that exhibition is going to have some of the bigger names.
Right. You think Serena will play?
I'm not sure because it's in France, and I don't know if she's traveling to France.
Right.
So I'm not really sure. But hey, it's like you said, it's just good to see some live tennis. And I'm right now, when I get hyped on watching number 143 play number 354.
Right.
It's a special time.
It's a special time. And quickly, let me just say this. Them little TikTok things that people have been putting out. Serena's looking pretty good, bro. I mean, for her to be, stay at home and all this other stuff, I have to say, and I don't know if they was doing some photoshopping or what, but Serena looked good, dude. I mean, she looked like she in fit, ready to play fit.
Well, you know what? I saw that video she did yesterday with Venus when they were doing warm-up exercises together. And I thought the same thing when I was looking at Serena. I said, wow, Serena's looking pretty good.
Yeah, she looked good, man. So she might be like, y'all just wait. I needed this break. I got my fitness right. I'm about to come get you.
So let's keep our fingers crossed that this is really a good sign for her that she's getting even more fit and she'll be even more ready when the tours resume.
Yes.
Now, before we get to the Clijsters Azarenka stuff, we have to talk just a few minutes about what the hell is going on with family Djokovic.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Djokovic's are going crazy, Bryce. They're going crazy.
They are off the chain crazy right now.
The chain.
And let's just start with something that we, now looking back, it was relatively benign.
Right.
When the tour was talking about different concepts about how everybody would get back together and eventually start playing, what would be the new normal. And one of the things they talked about was the players getting a vaccine.
Right.
And we know there are some people that are anti-vaccine, but Djokovic stepped out there and was like, well, I don't know if I would take the vaccine to play. Maybe I wouldn't play.
Right.
Okay.
That's the number one player in the world.
Right.
Talking about he not going to play if there's a vaccine. Lord Jesus.
And although we thought he sounded crazy then,
right? That that was mild, dog.
Now you have him doing these live streams, and I think he calls them the Self Mastery Project, where he's talking with all these spiritual gurus about how to do this and how to do that. And now, the other day, they were talking about how human emotions can change the molecular state of water. So, like, if you have some toxic water in front of you, if you just give it some feel-good emotions around it, then you can drink it.
Bryce, I can't. I just, because first of all, they talked about this on Tennis Channel, and Mary Carrillo went in. Mm-hmm. She went in, dude. She was like, listen, if that is the case, y'all need to be flying up to Flint, Michigan, and y'all need to work some magic.
Right.
Because they've been having a water issue for a very long time, and I don't think that positive thinking has been working for them. So if you think it gonna work for you, you go and get up there and have a drink, and let's see what you can do.
And you know what? I thought Djokovic was already at the point where he understood, based upon his status in tennis, that the words that come out of his mouth, they're wide-reaching, right?
Yes.
And he's a very influential person. And, you know, I'm sure he wouldn't want to hear some story of some kid went and drank some toxic water because he thought he talked to it real nice. It was going to be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm serious.
I know, but it's so funny. I can just see them sitting there talking to some water. You gonna be clean. You gonna be clean.
I mean, Djokovic, what is he thinking?
Oh my God.
And so, as if he wasn't crazy enough.
Oh goodness.
Now his mama out here talking noise, right?
Mama done got into this way. But again, we knew that the parents, you know, they a little special anyway. But yeah, I mean, they come.
Right. I mean, Djokovic's dad has already gone out and said, you know, Roger Federer, you know, has this nice, good image on court, but he's really not a nice human off the court. And now the mama's coming around the corner saying, yeah, he's arrogant and all this kind of noise. Oh, look, I don't care what they, as Djokovic's parents, think about Roger Federer, but do they not understand that when they make comments like this, it's only going to hurt their son?
It's only exactly.
Don't they know that Federer's fandom is deep?
It is deep like the river. Deep like I mean, you do not F with the Fed fans, man.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
So if he thought he wasn't getting no support when he played Fed before,
man.
I mean, what's she gonna do next? Talk about Beyonce and have the Beehive come after her?
She don't want to do that.
No.
The Beehive will eat me on you. We don't even want to go there.
Wait a minute. You have all kind of non-tennis fans at the U.S. Open,
right?
Talking about.
Yep. Talking about. He would not be able to play, bro. He wouldn't be able to play. Oh my goodness.
And I don't know if this whole like isolation thing has just drove that family crazy, or what. But I don't get it.
I don't get it either, bro. I mean, it's insanity, and it's like you said. When you are the number one player in the world, you have to understand and know that you have a responsibility to not only the sport but to your fan base to be responsible. The whole thing around just thinking positive and water will clean it. Come on, man. Listen, I know Jesus turned water to wine, but y'all ain't got that type of power. Don't you be trying to be my Jesus now. Right. Then we will have some issues. Let me tell you. But that's not responsible. It is completely irresponsible to do something like that, given the large platform that he has. It's just wrong. Right. It's just wrong. Yeah. So. Yeah, man. That family. Ooh, Lord, we need to open some things up so they can get back out there and start getting their mind right, because it ain't right. It ain't right.
Well, we're gonna keep the Djokovic family in our thoughts while they're going through these strange and unusual times.
Well said. Well said.
So anyway, Lord have mercy. Isaac, go ahead and take us into this Azarenka Clijsters comparison.
Yeah, man. So we thought we'd go into it and talk about the mamas. And, I was afforded the opportunity to represent Miss Azarenka. And you know what? Azarenka done her things. I mean, like I said, we don't want to put her against Mama Serena, though. Because she'll get the smackdown. Right. But I tell you what, she has had a she's had a Hall of Fame career. I mean, starting off in the juniors, she won a couple of Grand Slams in the junior ranks. And then, when she got into the pro tour, I mean, of course, we know she's been number one in the world. She was number one for like 53 weeks or 51 weeks or something like that. Uh-huh. And she's got 2 Australian Opens behind her. She's made the finals of the U.S. Open twice. Unfortunately, getting the smackdown from Serena. And she's done well in the other slams. I me's been to the semis a couple times at Wimbledon. She's been to the semis at the French. So, Azarenka has done her thing. She done popped it off a little bit. So she might be like, yo, Kim, I got a little something for you. I got a little something. What Kim got, bro? What Kim got?
Well, I'll tell you what. Kim said to Victoria, let me show you what you tried to do. And, Kim has some great stats. She's won 41 singles titles. She's won 11 doubles titles. And one of the things that I've always respected about players is those players that have been able to hold the number one ranking in singles and doubles concurrently. Right. So, she just showed that she was a beast either way. She's won 4 Grand Slam singles titles. She won 1 before she had any kids. And then she came back and she won 3 afterwards. And so for me, Kim kind of has a little bit of like this legacy that I talk about with Agassi. The second part of her career to me really cemented her legacy. I think if she would have gone out with just 1 Grand Slam title, they would have been like, okay, she's cool, but really how different is she from Anastasia Moschina? But, the fact that she came back and she picked up 3 more was huge. She's won 2 women's Grand Slam doubles titles, and we remember that partnership with her and Ai Sugiyama.
That's right.
They had a great partnership. And I don't know. I think there's just a few things that Kim has done that really kind of gives her the edge over Victoria here. Number one, she did get a Fed Cup win. So she has that in her bag. She and Justine put their knives away for a half second so they could go ahead and get that done.
I like that.
No, seriously, because let's not forget, Clijsters, was quick to call Justine out on her fake injuries and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't a whole lot of love there. Also, now, this may be, to me, one of the most impressive stats. Kim Clijsters is the only player to have beaten both Venus and Serena in the same tournament twice. Now, I think there are 5 people, I may be wrong about this, 4 or 5 people that have beaten Venus and Serena in the same tournament. But Kim is the only one who has done it twice. Mm-hmm. And then I guess what the final body slam on Victoria is that Kim was number 1 in the world before she had babies. Mm. She came back after having babies, ascended to number 1 again. Wow. And now she's even back for a 3rd run. So I think Victoria's current ranking is 58. So I don't know, after she's had Leo, really, I feel like a lot of Victoria's stats may have been before Leo, but I don't know what she's really done afterwards.
Yeah, it's been really hard for her to kind of get her footing after coming back with the baby. And to be honest with you, Bryce, I think a lot of it has been mental. Because if you recall, there was all of the child custody battle that had to happen, and that was in 2017. And I mean, when you got that type of stuff weighing on your mind, it's really, really hard to focus in on a tennis match.
Well, and let's not forget, it wasn't just that, because remember, there was that whole period that she couldn't even travel.
Couldn't travel,
because
that's right.
her baby daddy would not allow her to take the baby, and the courts wouldn't allow her to leave, and she wasn't going to go play without her child, which I think that whole situation was foul, but it ain't my situation. But
right. But you're right though. That was crazy though. Yeah, because she was pretty much confined to being in the States because he wouldn't allow her to take the baby out of the country. So she was like, well, looks like I can't travel no place. And that was unfortunate for her. She's been through some stuff. I know that they interviewed her maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, when they were doing the Australian Open recap on the Tennis Channel, and it seems as though she was in relatively good spirits. They even showed her and little Leo, the baby, and she seems to be, trying to use this time wisely to get herself right, her mind right, and her situation right, so that she can potentially come back out there and maybe make a run again. But it's like you said, Kim has been able to readily do that. And we're hoping that on this third go-around, she's able to do it yet again.
Well, and something else I would say with Azarenka, although she hasn't had the singles results after, having a child, she's currently ranked number 7 in doubles.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she plays with Ash Barty, right?
That's right. They ended up, I believe, as finalists in the, I forget what tournament they were playing, but yeah, she played with Ash, and they ended up being finalists. I think it might have been the U.S. Open. I'm not really sure. Shame on me for not knowing those stats offhand, but I am pretty sure. Yeah, it was the 2019 U.S. Open. So her and Ash Barty played my girl Sabalenka and Mertens. Yeah, and they lost 7-5, 7-5 in the final.
Well, I tell you what, Kim, I don't think she's coming back to play no doubles. She said, Azarenka, you go ahead and clown on them doubles championships. I'm coming back for singles. And I tell you what, although Kim is 0 for 2 in her comeback, she has had 2 brutal first round matchups.
Gosh, yeah.
She Absolutely. Her first match was against Muguruza?
Yep.
Who has been clowning over the last, couple of months of the season. Well, really, if you think about it, ever since she kind of had that resurgence back with Wimbledon, she's been doing pretty well. And then, who was the other person she had?
Who did she play?
She had somebody else that it was brutal, but she ended up playing very well in both of those matches. And I just think it's been a little, I don't know whether it's unfortunate that she hasn't been able to build upon those matches because of the tour's hiatus, or is it really giving her more time to get right?
I'm thinking it might be the latter, to be very honest with you. I think she was able to test the waters a little bit against Mugu, and was it Burton's that she played?
Yeah, maybe it was.
Was
Burton.
It Kiki?
Yeah, it was Kiki.
Yeah, and so but so she got out there, tested the waters. She 0-2, and she's like, okay, that gives me a sense of what's up. I played the Grand Slam finalist for 2020 Australian Open. Muguruza played her tough, and like I said, Kiki she's top 10, right? I thought she was.
Around that, yeah.
Right around there. So I mean, hey, to play 2 matches like that and play respectable, then you gotta at least feel like you're right at the cusp of doing some good things. So I would think it's gonna be the latter, bro. I think she's off. She getting herself right, getting her mind right, and she's gonna be ready when the tour starts up again, I believe.
Right. So I think when they come back, it's gonna be really interesting to see if Azarenka can't produce some better results here, because as the way it looks right now, Kim has shown like she's the queen of the comeback after the kids. I mean, even honestly, not to be blasphemous or anything, but even like in comparison to Serena right now, because although Serena has gotten to 4 Grand Slams finals, she ain't snagged one yet, and we know that there's some extra pressure there with the whole record and all that. But Kim came back in her second comeback, and she jumped on those titles early.
Yeah, she really did. But at the same time, though, she wasn't chasing history either. So we'll also give that little bit of nod to Serena. I'm hoping that she's taking this time not to completely go the Serena path, but I really hope she's taking this time just to be free and let her mind be free and just get out there and just play. Just swing away and play. Don't worry about nothing. If you lose, then at least lose on your terms. Don't lose being nervous. Lose hitting out. Lose just playing ball. You know what I mean? Ball out. Right. And that's what you and I were talking about. Is again, I want Serena to go out on the court lathered up. I want to already see her sweating like she done already played 2 sets against Venus before she jumped on the court. I don't care what she need to do, but she need to just get out there and play just straight up hood ball and get her Grand Slam title. Because to me, that's what it's going to take. She needs to just get out of her own way.
Well, I have the answer for her. All she needs to do is imagine every match she's playing Sharapova.
Exactly.
She will start racking up the title left and right. I'm telling you.
You are so right about that, because I don't know what it is about Maria Sharapova, but when Serena sees her across the net, she's just like, nah, chick. I'm about to bring my game. And then she did it with the catsuit on this last time. I tell you what. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Could you imagine if when Serena was playing mixed doubles with Andy Murray, if she played against Sharapova and Tennis Sangren?
She would take somebody out, bro. She really would take somebody out. She would. Someone would definitely get hit in the chest. That's all I would say.
Only on a Brothers on Tennis episode would you hear us talking about Serena Williams on an Azarenka Clijsters comparison. Only here you're gonna get that. Only here you're gonna get that.
Hey, because it's the queen. You got to bring the queen into any discussion because she always fits. She always fits.
Right.
Because she is the benchmark for which anyone is compared to. There you go.
There you go. So what I am most proud of is that we have actually completed an episode within 30 minutes. I know our listeners are like, yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
These boys be making my ears bleed.
Right? We sorry, folks. We are trying. We are definitely trying.
We are. But anyway, we just wanted to highlight 2 of the best tennis playing mothers we know out on the tour right now. And we kind of threw the queen mother in there too for a little bit.
That's right.
But we are proud of both Clijsters and Azarenka for showing that they could come back to top form, and really looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring when the tour is resumed. Any final words from you, Isaac?
No, man. I just really have fun on this episode. This was good. And I just want Djokovic to get his mind right, because I was starting to like him, Bryce. See, I ain't gonna go on no tangent, but I was really starting to like him, and then he come out with this. Come on, man.
I'm telling you what, man. Something ain't right in them woods.
I tell you, I don't know. We just gonna have to pray for him anyway. All right. That's all I got, brother. What about you?
Well, I just want our listeners to go out on Instagram. If you have Instagram or Facebook, we are going to be having a poll about who should we go after for our next interview on Brothers on Tennis. And I'll go ahead and let you know the 5 people that we're considering. Katrina Adams, Taylor Townsend, LZ Granderson, Francis Tiafoe, and Kamal Murray. So if you have an idea of who you'd like to see us interview, you can go to our website and send us an email. You can go to any of our social media platforms and drop us a note. Or you should see a post from us on Facebook and Instagram and just respond to the post. And the person that gets the most votes, that's who we're going to go after. And we're going to tell that person that the fans of Brothers on Tennis want you to be on our show.
That's right. That's right. So we need you folks. Get on out there and vote for us. We want to know who you think.
Absolutely. So to make sure we don't go after this 30 minutes, this is your boy Bryce.
And this is your boy Isaac.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. Everybody be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.